We've been kind of talking about this one for a while now, wanting to get it in here for you guys because it's kind of still new to a lot of people. But this episode is going to be about CBD, how it's made, what the benefits are, how to take it. There's a lot of different options out there, variety for sure, but a lot of good benefits in general, guys. And if you are new to CBD, haven't tried it yet, hopefully this can provide some clarity. And then for those of you who are currently taking it, hopefully we can touch on some things and kind of reinforce those things that you know about it. So starting off, guys, I'm Jordan. I'm the manager of the All-Star Nutrition St. Cloud location. I got my co-host here with me today, Brady. So he's the manager of the Mankato location, guys, located here in Minnesota. So Brady, what do you got for him? What do you got for this episode?
Yeah, so CBD, one of the hottest topics in the supplement industry as of right now. And we get questions all the time about it, what it is, what it does. I've heard about it. Like you see these CBD shops popping up everywhere. People selling CBD left and right. I mean, there was like a movie place here in town that sells CBD. There's like pizza places. Like I've seen wild places that are selling CBD. So we're going to kind of break down like what you should look for, what's going to be in it, what it is exactly, because a lot of people are still kind of unclear on it. And there might be some negative stigma to CBD that we're going to kind of, clarify and kind of run right into. So CBD has a ton of health benefits. Everybody can use CBD. So I'm going to pass it over to Jordan to kind of hit on what CBD is.
Guys, so the important thing to note is that, you don't get any of the psychoactive properties out of CBD that you would say from actually smoking marijuana. So it's made from the hemp plant. Okay, so that's a distinct, that's a very important distinction versus the marijuana plant. So the hemp plant itself is a much higher concentration of CBD with a minimal amount of THC. So that's how it's safe and effective for you to use. Yes, you still need to be kind of weary if you are with a company that has a leeway there, but a no tolerance policy. That's what I was looking for, a no tolerance policy, because if you do pop a little bit, it's going to be hard to explain that one. But how it's made, guys. So CBD oil is made by extracting CBD from the cannabis plant, the hemp plant, by means of a process involving CO2. So CO2 extraction, which is the most popular form. Yes, there are other variations, but this is, very effective and most popular amongst companies. So then you dilute it. Once you extract it, you dilute it with a carrier oil like coconut oil or hemp seed oil, and then from there it is winterized to remove impurities from the oil, and that's what makes it gives it that high quality standard, right? So it's a very lengthy process, but definitely very efficient. Okay, and so going into the benefits of it, I mean, there's a long list here, and so the main ones that we kind of talk about in the store with our customers, with our clients, first and foremost is going to be joint health. So anybody dealing with any aches and pains from joints, prior injuries, arthritis, whatever it is, joint health is a good one. It's going to relieve any pain you might have, whether it's lower back pain, again, joint pain, muscle aches, soreness. It's good for that a lot. Anti-anxiety. So anybody who's kind of got that anxious feeling, as a kind of an alternative to medication, it can definitely help relieve that anxiety that you feel if it's daily, especially. I know I like taking it for that reason a lot. It promotes brain cell growth, so a lot of restorative benefits there, just helping the body and brain cell growth. It promotes healthy bone growth, so bone density, right? So big one there. And then anti-inflammatory, so anybody dealing with inflammation, again, going back to the soreness recovery portion, this kind of ties into that. It's going to help reduce that. And then it's pet friendly as well, guys. So, there really isn't a pet versus human CBD. I have some customers already that buy the CBD Fit and put it in their pet's water, or just gives it to them specifically in the mouth. And that relieves a lot of issues with your pets. If they are anxious when you're going for the weekend, going out for the night, if they have any things that they're recovering from surgery wise, definitely a good go-to is CBD. It's going to help relieve that pain for them. And I'm sure there's a lot more out there, a lot more claims of what it can do. I know a lot of military veterans take it for PTSD and helping to calm their nerves and dealing with issues like that. So the list kind of goes on, but there's really a lot of good things that you can help with CBD, and for it being such a natural, non-psychoactive type of product. I mean, that really just is kind of a no-brainer in terms of working it into your supplement regimen and kind of taking it daily. I mean, it really is something that you once you get your dosing down, and we'll go into that, the dosing, what different forms of it there are, and how to start out if you haven't tried it yet. But once you get your dosing down, I mean, it really can do a lot of good things for it. And it being so new, it's still kind of maybe skeptical for some people to be trying, but it definitely is a safe and effective product. And so Brady here is going to go into the different types of products and how it's dosed, because that's what kind of people people oftentimes get confused on, is if it's 1,000 milligram versus a 250 milligram. They think it's stronger or a more potent product. So that's kind of one thing that's not really clear yet, being that it's kind of not so mainstream yet, but is popular. So Brady, take it away with the different products.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of different types of CBD, and kind of hitting on what Jordan said earlier. There are you can get CBD that is extracted from marijuana. Those are typically going to be your higher THC CBDs, and then the hemp. So we carry. We're in Minnesota, so THC is not legal here. So all CBD products have to be under 0.3% THC. So when you take these products, they're extracted from hemp, you will not get high from these. That's not the point of them. You're supposed to, you're getting the health benefits of the CBD portion and not the THC side of things. So I just wanted to kind of make that clear, that's how it works. Military cannot use this. However, they're being advised not to use this because you can possibly pop positive on a drug test because of that 0.3% THC. So very minimal amount, but if you are you're getting drug tested, that's something you definitely want to bring up to your company, ask them about it, because if it pops on your test, it's going to show very, very trace amounts. And some companies have tolerances for that, and they're like, that's cool, because there are so many different health benefits to CBD. Kind of as Jordan was saying, you can take this as an everyday health supplement because of the fact it has so many different benefits going on there. And now kind of hitting on to the different types of CBD out there. So there's full spectrum, there's broad spectrum, and there's isolate. So full spectrum is going to be the most common form of CBD that you will find, and it's the most proven and most effective out of all of the other types of CBD products. So full spectrum really just means you're getting the entire hemp plant. You're getting the CBD, you're getting the other cannabinoids, and you're also getting that slight bit of THC. But when you use the whole plant, you have a much more efficacious, it's much more efficacious for all those things that we listed above: the joint health, the pain relief, the anxiety, all those things. So now that's all we carry. We just carry the full spectrum because it is the most effective. There's also broad spectrum. Broad spectrum is the entire hemp plant minus THC. So you just don't have the THC in that one. And then CBD isolate is just CBD. You don't get any other bits of the hemp plant. But like I said, full spectrum is definitely the most effective, most popular too. You're going to find that the most places. But it's something you can definitely notice, and it really kind of depends on the strength. So we can kind of dive into the strengths now. So for an example, I have one of our most popular CBD that we have, CBD Fit right here. So this guy right here is made in a 250 milligram, a 750 milligram CBD tincture. This is a liquid right here. So you would like put this under your tongue for 30 seconds, hold it there, swallow the rest. But let's kind of dive in. So when it says that this is a 250 milligram tincture right here, that means in this entire bottle, there are 250 milligrams of CBD. So that, and there's 30 milliliters in this bottle, which means there's 30 servings. So one full dropper is 1 milliliter. That means for a 250 milligram CBD product, every full dropper, you are going to get 8 milligrams of CBD. When you go up to the 750 milligram, one full dropper is 25 milligrams of CBD. Go up to 1,000 milligram, 33 milligrams CBD, and so on and so on. So there's really, it really comes down to is finding a dose that works best for you, because we need to find a price effective point for you. If you haven't ever done CBD before, I always recommend starting with the 250 milligram, the lowest dose. And the reason behind that is, for one, you haven't taken it, you might be able to feel it just from that 8 milligrams right there, that one full dropper, and then you're good. So then you don't have to spend money on a higher dosed CBD product, but you still get all the benefits from it. Also, the 250 milligram tincture, the little bottle, is going to make it the easiest to find the dose that works the best for you. So you can do multiple servings of this. So say day one, you just do one full dropper. That's going to be your 8 milligrams of CBD. Next day, you do 2 full droppers. That's going to be 16 milligrams. Next day, you do 3. Find out, you're finding your tolerance. You're finding what works best for you and where you feel those benefits. And then once you find that how many milligrams is working best for you, we can better recommend a CBD product and a dosage that is going to fit like your tolerance and what works best for you. And when it comes to dosing, it's all dependent on the individual, and it kind of depends on the reason that you're using the CBD. If you're going for, I would say the most like common like dosage and most popular like recommended dosing is that 25 milligrams of CBD. But it also depends on the individual though. So it's completely up to you. If you're going for pain relief, you typically have to do higher dosing to be able to see those benefits. But if you're doing it for the joint health, the joint health, the anti-anxiety, and then the anti-inflammatory, all those other benefits, then you can use right around that 25 milligrams. But like I said, everybody's a little bit different. We got to find the best dosing for you. So that kind of breaks it down. I hope that kind of brings some clarity to the dosing, because instead of telling everybody how many milligrams of CBD they get per dropper, they say how many milligrams are in the entire bottle. So that's kind of the breakdown of it right there. But there's different forms besides the liquids that you can use, and Jordan's going to kind of dive into those different forms that you can use.
Yeah, guys. So there's a lot of variety out there, and as the CBD market develops, I'm sure there'll be a lot of different options variety wise and how you get CBD into your regimen. So we're kind of covering the more popular forms here. And so starting off, tincture, so the liquid bottle that Brady just showed, that is kind of probably the most popular. And it comes in, unflavored. You're getting kind of that straight THC taste for the most part. It comes in mint. I'm sure there's a lot of companies out there with a lot of different flavors as far as options go. So that's probably the most popular. Next is the topical cream, guys. So that's something where if you have, specific areas, your lower back, your knees, your elbows, arthritis issues, anything you kind of want to treat specifically, you can apply it to the affected area. So that's something where you're getting a more specific application and pain relief or whatever it is, kind of more specific spot area. Okay. Third is the gummies. So those are going to be, as opposed to the tinctures, just one gummy is going to provide, ours specifically is 25 milligrams. I'm sure there's varieties out there that provide different amounts of CBD. So that's something to know. But 25 milligrams for a gummy is pretty high dose. So that's definitely something where like a half or even a full gummy would go a long way for somebody just starting out on it, especially. And then last is drinks. So at the stores, we carry a couple different drink options that have CBD in the beverage. And so the first one is sativa water. I'm not sure exactly what the milligram count is for CBD in that. Brady, what
25.
Yeah, it's 25. Okay, so you're getting some water and then you're getting some CBD. So kind of a cool way to kind of work it in. And then in the Stoke, so Bang Energy, all the bangs out there, they make a product called Scoped, which is a regular bang plus CBD put into it, right? So it's 27 milligrams per can, and it's 250 milligrams of caffeine. So they took a little bit of caffeine away, threw in that CBD. So it's just another way you can kind of enjoy it and get a little different experience for sure. And they have like four or five different flavors for that as well. But more importantly to note as well, when you're selecting a CBD product, quality is going to be, the most important thing you should be looking into as well. I know with the CBD fit that we carry, it's tested 5 times for impurities and quality throughout the making process, throughout the manufacturing process. So it's just a really high standard of product, and so that's important. And when you are selecting your CBD and what you're trying to use it for, right? So Brady, you kind of covered the what CBD is right for who and what they should be using it for, and if they've used CBD in the past. But you kind of want to go down and kind of talk about what CBD is good for who.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of want to hit on some of the things you just talked about too, in the sense of the topical creams, all that, what's best for what. I mean, I think the tincture is probably the overall best source to kind of get all of the benefits that we listed above. But I highly recommend, if you have joint issues and you're having the arthritis issues, to pair a liquid with a cream, because then you're getting both internal and external relief from the CBD. And also the creams typically have joint related anti-inflammatories added in, like MSM, things along those lines. Even some of them that are roll-ons that have menthol added, so you kind of get that icy hot feeling. But yeah, I mean, there's many different kinds. And also, yeah, hitting on the CBD fit, this stuff is extremely clean. So like Jordan said, it's tested a ton of times before we get it. On top of that, it's also made in FDA regulated facilities as well as CGMP certified facilities. And that's pretty uncommon when it comes to the CBD industry, to have a FDA regulated facility that it's made in, because the FDA typically stands out from most, stays away from most supplement and retail products, things of that nature. But finding the right CBD for you really depends on the type of, like, what the main reason you're using it for. I kind of hit on that above. But the main reason you're using it for is the first question that I will ask when trying to give you a good recommendation. But like I said, I typically always recommend the tinctures to start out because you're going to get all of those benefits that we talked about. It's so universal and so versatile. But the cream is a great way to partner it with it. We have a good analogy that we talk about in the store, but it's like, if you have just the CBD by itself, you have Michael Jordan. It's going to work great for you. It's going to do a lot of things. It's going to score a ton of points. But when you pair it with a cream, you're getting the rest of the bowls. So you're getting Pippen, you're getting Rodman. So you get the rest of the bowls. You're going to be able to attack the issues at hand much better, especially if it's joint issues or arthritis, anything along those lines. And if you have used CBD in the past, that will give us a good understanding. If you have a picture of what you've used, or you have the bottle itself, we can look at that, see how that affected you, and make good recommendations afterwards, depending on how you felt on that. But if you're a beginner, I usually recommend the 250 milligram of the CBD fit, so we can kind of gauge that dosing for you, find what's the best. Then after that, typically going to bump you up to the 750, which is this one right here. And that's going to be 25 milligrams of CBD per full dropper. But it really just kind of depends on on the individual, I've hit on that multiple times, but that's kind of the gist of it. Do you have anything to add, Jordan, that I might have missed?
No, and so no, that was good, man. So something cool that we're doing this month is we're working it into our deal of the month at our stores. So that's going to come with the Health Essentials kit, and so that's a powdered multivitamin, a powdered greens product. But then you're also getting that CBD fit option in there as well, which is nice because we reduce that price, make it more affordable for you. And so all of those three in conjunction with each other, is just going to provide a stronger or, more direct, healthier version of them, right? So with the CBD working in conjunction with the multivitamin, working in conjunction with the greens product, it's just kind of overall health, kind of that foundation, just setting yourself up for success and feeling better overall. I mean, that's what it really does. So that is our deal of the month for July. So you can pick that up, through the end of July, July 31st is when you have until you can get that. So.
And kind of hitting on the reason we threw the CBD into the greens and the multivitamin, it might seem like a weird combo, but the reason we did that is because we really want to show individuals that this can be taken as an everyday supplement, and it should be taken as an everyday supplement, just as a multivitamin or a greens or a fish oil, any of those things. Because the benefits of CBD, there are so many of them, and it can benefit everybody in some aspect at some point in time, that I think it's very beneficial to throw in with just your health essentials, your multivitamins, your greens, and do that as an everyday supplement. So then, like Jordan said, we put this together. It's a discounted price, so you get an opportunity to try that, but you also get all of your health essentials. So it's really a great deal. So in this deal of the month right here, you can do it's made with the 250 milligram. And so that's the $89.99 price is that 250 milligram, but you can bump that up to the 750 milligram. That'll just bump up the price slightly, but really a good option if you've never tried CBD or you are interested in it and you maybe tried it in the past and you want to try out the CBD Fit, very clean brand, like we were saying. But kind of off topic here, well, on topic, but off script. What's your favorite way to use CBD, Jordan? Like which kind of your go-to?
Mine is the tincture for sure. That's what I do pretty much daily. So yeah, mine would be the tincture.
Okay. What do you use it for?
Like I said, kind of that anxiety suppression, and then just overall inflammation. Working out routinely, muscle ache, soreness, that type of thing. You got some knee and shoulder issues, so it helps with that, relieving that, especially after a solid workout. Those can kind of flare up on me. So mostly for that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and mine's pretty similar too. Like I use the tincture too. I'll use the tincture before I go to bed mainly, because my mind kind of races at the end of the day. When we have these long days, we got a lot of stuff going on. So my mind races at the end of the day. So it kind of helps me relieve that and kind of get my body ready for sleep. My sleep is phenomenal when I take this stuff. That's another thing that we didn't hit on. If you take it before bed, it can really, really improve that sleep, just getting deeper, better sleep, higher quality of sleep. So that's the main reason I use it for too, but also like same type of thing. I mean, Jordan and I both played college football, and that, puts a toll on your body and your joints. So, I mean, I have some knee issues that I've been dealing with. So I use the cream as well. So kind of like we were saying, the Jordan Bulls reference analogy is kind of how I go about it. So I use the tincture as well as the cream for that internal, external use to make sure that I'm getting the most out of it, getting the anti-inflammation, but also getting the other benefits, the anti-anxiety, the better sleep, the anti-inflammatory just in my body in general. But yeah, I mean, I'm a huge advocate for it. And we have people in the stores that are customers that swear by this stuff. They have heard things, so they wanted to come and try it, and they kind of thought it was snake oil at first. They didn't believe in it. And then once they tried it, they're like, wow, this has truly made a difference in my life and has improved my life exponentially. So they stay on it, and you don't ever have to get off of it either. There's not a point where you have to like take a break from it or anything like that. You don't build up immunity like you would with like a pre-workout. It's not necessarily the same. You might have to go up in dosing over time just because you need a little bit stronger dosing, but that's going to happen with essentially everything. So yeah, that's kind of my personal experience with it. But that does bring us into our question of the episode. I was trying to think of a good one and something relatively funny. So Jordan, hot topic here. Do you know what khaki is now? And can you give me an example?
I've always known what khakis are. They would
be whoa.
Tan pants.
What was that?
Tan pants. I mean, how do you want me to give you an example?
Well, I just want you to tell me what khaki is. What is it?
Is it a material of pants? I don't know how to explain that one, I guess. the color of pants, for sure.
It doesn't have to be pants. It's a color, but yes.
Mainly pants. I don't wear khaki shorts anymore.
Okay, well, you just proved my point right there. We have to. I wish we could put. We probably can. We need to figure out how to do it. But we should have put a clip of that interaction. If you guys are kind of lost on what's going on right now, I think it was last week's episode or the episode before. It was 2 weeks ago. We were talking about. We were making a Jake from State Farm reference, and I asked Jordan if he was wearing khakis, and Jordan's like, "Wait, were you? Were you wearing shorts, right?"
No, Caleb asked if you were wearing khakis.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I asked if I was wearing khakis, and I was wearing gray pants. And then Jordan comes out and he's like, "But are you wearing khakis?" And I'm like, "Jordan, khaki is a color." So we learned something new that day. We learned something about Jordan. I'm sorry to put you on blast again, but I thought it was going to be the funniest question that I could ask at this point in time. If there's anything you'd like to put me on blast for, you're more than welcome, because I feel like that's fair.
Well, I don't have anything right now. The question episode is your thing, though.
I know, but I want to give you an opportunity to roast me, because I feel like I've just been consistently roasting you.
Shoot. Well, I don't have anything that's appropriate. So.
Gosh, if that's appropriate. Or I'm just like, this is just perfection. I just never mess up over here.
That's right.
You're right. Awesome. I mean, that's what I got for the question of the episode there.
Well, guys, so we hope this brought a lot of new ideas or just clarity to the CBD industry overall, and kind of brought to you some new ideas on how you can use it or what it's used for. But this is episode 11, so CBD benefits. We've kind of covered how it was made, what it does for you, how you can apply it, how you can work it into your routine as like a daily health product. So if you got any questions, feel free, hit us up at our stores or our store pages. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, and feel free to subscribe to our channel here, guys.
Absolutely. Give us a follow at, so Jordan, what's your Instagram handle?
Jordan_James_ASN.
Okay. Mine is B, just the letter, PICK_ASN. You can give us a follow. You can ask us questions, or you can follow our stores. So the All-Star Nutrition Mankato is All-Star Nutrition _Mankato. And I think it's the same thing for Cloud, but with St. Cloud, right?
Yeah, ST Cloud.
ST Cloud. Cool. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, hit us up. We're happy to answer any questions, as well as don't sleep on that deal of the month. So if you find the information that we provided today interesting, or you're interested in possibly trying something along these lines and seeing if it can benefit you, hit us up, ask us, swing by the store, and we will get you set up. But that is all I have for today's episode. Next week, I believe we're having on some sponsored athletes from St. Cloud, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Awesome. So That's all I got. I'm signing off, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, please share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll keep adding content weekly.
See you guys.